Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching around the world. Welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Remblance and you join us for the launch party, which is, I think, fast becoming probably the most popular show of the week that we bring you here on Crafters TV, because it's where we bring you brand new deals. So whether that's product that we've launched recently and we've given you new deals, we'll preview product maybe that's coming up elsewhere on HSN or Create and Craft that you will never have seen before, and we'll give you loads of exclusives as well. What we also have though, and I need to tell you first off, is our out of this world deal. Now the out of this world deal is exactly as you'd imagine. It is a fabulous, fabulous deal. However, we only hold it for 24 hours. We'd love to bring you this deal for 48 hours or all day, every day, but it's so great that we can't. This is the clear overlay, the glitz and glamour, and I should say, and the perfect pastels, I believe, not all. You're getting all three of them for £27 or $35.50, saving almost a third. And of course, sparkle pens are so unbelievably popular. It's great to have such a great deal on them. Don't miss them. It'll only last for 24 hours. All the other deals for this show will of course last for 48 hours, so you'll be able to shop them over the next couple of days. Now if you are watching us on Facebook, then please make sure that you're over on the, I'm having a nightmare with this iPad, there we go. Please ensure that you're watching us over on the Crafters TV Facebook feed. That's where we're going to be looking at all of your comments. So if you're on the US page or the UK page, hop yourself over to the Crafters TV page. And of course, if you want to shop and watch at the same time, then crafterscompanion.wherever you are is how you do that. .co.uk if you're here in the UK, .com if you're in the States, or .eu if you're anywhere else in Europe. Now, I'm not alone, because 2 hours of just me whittering on with the inane drivel, it'd just get too much. So it's a good job I've got a crafty friend here with me, isn't it? I've got the lovely Jam Brownies here. How are you? I'm going to come over and
Are you coming again?
Oh,
I'm getting used to this.
Getting
spoiled.
How fabulous is that?
It seems like, it's like a bit deja vu, isn't it?
It is yesterday, wasn't it? We were here. So if you didn't enjoy yesterday's show, I'm sorry you've got to put this again. If you did enjoy it, then you
Welcome back.
Absolutely. Have you had a nice day today?
I have had a nice day, yes. I've got lots of sort of bits ticked off my list. And got all ready. I've got some great things to show everybody this afternoon. So, yep, fantastic.
And this is your first launch party, you were saying?
It is. I'm very excited. I've been watching from the other side of the camera. So the last few I've watched from home while I've been working.
As is our Debbie's watching, I can see as well.
Yeah, but today I actually get to come and have a go. So I've been practicing. I've been practicing this out of this world.
Out of this world. Isn't that an amazing deal, the out of this world deal?
Do you know, honestly, I got really excited when I saw this job, because who doesn't love a bit of sparkle?
Absolutely.
And I was just looking at that when you were talking about it. You're essentially almost getting one of those for free, one of those sets, aren't you?
You are.
Because I know that these retail at £13 each, or roundabout. Yeah. So you're almost getting a full set of 3 pens for nothing, aren't you?
You are. You're getting. I love that you get the clear overlay as well, because it's called Crystal Clear.
Yes.
But it's also called, do you want to hear it in some other languages?
Oh, let's have a look.
It always tickles me. Cristal transparent.
Oh.
Trasparente cristallino.
Oh.
Crystal clear.
Wow.
Yeah.
That always...
Crystal clear.
Yeah.
We'll do the other colours if you're lucky a little bit later. Don't miss out on that deal. It's spectacular. It's the first deal that you're going to see. Also, something else I want to talk about as well. In the UK, it's National Pie Week this week.
Of course.
Now, I love pie so much that when I was at primary school, my nickname was Pie. Just Pie.
Just Pie.
Just Pie.
That's
that was my nickname as a kid.
Oh.
I really love pie.
Do you? My husband loves pie.
So I think comment.
Do you like savoury pie or sweet pie?
Definitely savoury
yes,
pie.
Yes, he's a savoury pie. I'm not so fussed, but he's pie and chips. Yeah, it's savoury pie.
Pie chips
and mushy peas. That's the one, isn't it?
Pie, mash and beans.
You see, mine, I'd be going more down the lines of a cherry pie and custard.
Okay. So I think in the States a pie is more, when they say pie, it's like a pie cake, like an apple pie or a cherry pie or a pumpkin pie or something along those lines. What is your favourite pie? Drop into the comments and let me know. All I can think about now is pie. And I've got to get the train. I've got to get the train straight after from just round the corner. And I have to change in Darlington, and all you can get is a sandwich in Darlington.
Oh, no pie tonight,
you can't get anything else.
No.
Maybe when I get home. Shall we crack on and have a look at what's coming up in tonight's show?
I think we need to see, don't we? Yep, fantastic.
Tonight's shows, today's shows, this afternoon shows, this morning shows, wherever you are. Something that launched very, very recently, our Launch and Learn this week, is our Kaleidoscope stencil collection. Now these are fantastic. I'm already hearing that these have been selling before the show. You found these already and you're loving them. You've actually got £20 or $20 saving on these. You're saving 30%. And there's 8 stencils within here, but what you've got is you've got different stencils within each different collection. You can actually do 4 different techniques from one stencil. So really, when you think about it, that's like having 32 different stencils in your stash for £47. It's amazing value. You've got the blending tool within there as well, so you've got a fantastic price there. Okay, we're going to move on to our Explorers kit, which is our Gemini Peekaboo is this week. The Explorers kit basically is us putting together something that's going to allow you to create a project, or is put together to allow you to create something. So whether you're fairly new to craft, whether you are trying a kind of new craft for the first time, then this is a great way to go. You've got 20% saving on this, which is brilliant. And in there, you're getting the 2 ink pads. You're getting the Peekaboo Bear. Who doesn't love a bear? The window arches as well. And you're getting, yes, those 2 quick dries. And you're also getting the cardstock within there too. £24.50 in the UK, $34 if you're in the US. Now, the Build a Character Craft Kit, $24.99 in the UK. It will be your first chance to see this in the US. So if you are in the US, do stay tuned. We'll be bringing this to you in about an hour's time, I think. But this is amazing. It comes in the most beautiful packaging. It is the most amazing box. And you can create so many wonderful different projects with it. You've got over 600 elements within there. So loads for your money in that one. And then the Quirky Sentiments. So these will be previewing on Saturday. We'll be previewing the UK launch of these on the 7th of March on Create and Craft. They're very, very quirky and loads of fun though. So make sure you stay tuned. Jan will be taking us through those a little bit later. Already I can see loads of you commenting. So already Anne saying the Peekaboo animals are adorable. Julia saying steak and mushroom pie. Leslie says apple pie. Apple pie a la mode. A la mode. Not familiar with that. Leslie, you're going to have to drop back into the comments and let me know. Kentucky Derby pie, steak and kidney pie. Oh, LJ says, stop talking pie. I'm trying to be good. And there's loads of you from all over the US and the UK dropping into here, keeping us company. Let us know all about your favourite pies. It is. There's a lot of chatter about Farmageddon for some reason. I'm unsure. I'm going to go and have a little bit look back further through the comments, investigate where all this Farmageddon chatter is coming from. But whilst I do that, Jan's here to take us through some different techniques with the Out of This World deal.
Hi, fantastic. So, yeah, I'm quite excited about this. I really am. I think everybody should have some sparkle pens in their kit, and this is a fantastic opportunity to get them. Like I said, we're working out that you're essentially getting 3 of them for virtually nothing. So I've actually taken mine out of the packets now. So they actually come to you with a set of 3 of the crystal clear, and I'm going to show you a couple of things that you can do with those later on in the show. And then you get the Glitz and Glamour collection, and this is a really nice bold collection. So you've got amethyst in there, aquamarine and pink garnet, so really nice sort of vivid colours in that one. And then to complement it, we've got the pastel collection in there, which are obviously much lighter colours, and we've got in there Cosmos, Moonstone and Rose Quartz. So we're going to have a play with them. And again, I've been trying to think outside of the box, because you've seen us do the old background techniques and splatter it with water, which I might slot in later in the show. But again, getting messy, I was having a play the other day. And what I've got is actually, this is actually one of the clear cello bags that you can put your cards in. It will also work with one of the pocket, I call them Polly Pockets, the pocket plastic wallets. And what I've done is I've opened it up. So I've just slit it down the side and down the bottom. So we're going to get messy again. You can bet your life I shall end up covered in ink by the time we're done. So what I think we'll do is pop a piece of card under there so that you can see what I'm doing, because that's on the mat. There we go. You can see what I'm actually doing now on that camera. So we'll take some of those lovely bold colours and we'll go, I think, with the purpley one. and the turquoise, I think, together. So if you haven't come across these before, when they come to you, they have a little tiny yellow ring just in the middle here, because the pens are sealed. They're a sealed unit, and all that lovely glitzy goodness in there is nice and secure. So when you get them, you would need to take them apart and take the yellow ring out, and then pop them back together and tighten them up. And there is a pin in, let me take the top off this one. Oh, there's actually a pin in the top of here that will puncture the barrel. So that then allows that lovely ink to flow. So inside here, we've got a water-based suspension, and that's got the pigment in for the colour, and then the really fine glitter to give you that sparkle. So in order for that to work, we need to give it a little shake. Now I'm just going to pop the lid on so that I don't get matte cam with all my purple ink. You might end up splattered in it. So whenever you're using these pens, just give them a little shake to get that glitter moving around in that suspension. And then all I'm going to do here, straight onto my clear plastic, is just pop, and again, there's no right or wrong with this, just get it on there, nice and sort of messy, and pop it, and it pulls on here, which is fine. I'm going to do the same with the turquoise one. So again, give it a shake just to get that glitter moving in there, because it will settle. And just a top tip for storing these, they are better stored on their sides like this, because if you store them upright, the glitter's going to run to one end or the other. So I tend to store mine flat, but give it that shake it to wake it up. So again, we're going to pop some of the aquamarine on there as well. So in the gaps, and you think, oh my goodness, she's lost the plot. Jan, what are you doing? So this is where we get nice and messy. I'm going to close this over and just dab it a little bit to squidge that ink about. So you can move it around with your finger just to get it sort of in a pattern. Okay, open it back up again, and now I'm going to trap my card inside here. So I've just got a piece of white smooth card in there. Pop it in the middle, pop it on again, and again, just give it sort of a swizz round with your fingers. Try not to squidge it out of the edge, and then you're going to stay nice and clean. And this one, you get two for the price of one, because you can decide which side you want to use here. And again, once we open it up, take it out there. I'm just going to get a wipe just to clean up some of that excess. And at home, I would actually be using another piece of cardstock. So forgive me for just mopping it up, but I don't want to get it everywhere. So let's take that one out. Whoops. There we go. Pop that. I can pop that to one side actually. Now this one's still a little bit wet at the minute, but we should still get the idea. So let's come in a bit closer here. And you can see it is still a little bit wet. It will take about sort of 5 minutes to dry off, but you get that lovely. And if I spin it over, you've got the same. So you can decide which side you want to use. And as it dries, you'll get that beautiful glittery technique in there. So just to show you a couple that I did with the other colours playing at home. That one was the pink garnet from the Glitz and Glamour collection. And then it was also Cosmos from the pastel collection. And then also I had a go with some of the others. And I love this one because I only actually used 2 pens here. And you might think, well, there isn't a green pen in here, Jan. But obviously mixing the turquoise and the yellow together from the 2 sets, we're getting a third colour in there. And you're getting some of that green in. And again, I don't know, can we see the glitter on there? It's absolutely beautiful. So again, just a way of making backgrounds. And you've heard me talk about backgrounds before. So then I would be thinking, right, well, we could work onto these. We could stamp onto them. You could die cut sections out. They look great to die cut your flowers and things like that out of. So again, keep them in the stash. I have a little box on my desk with all the backgrounds in. And then when I just want one to have a play with, we've got them there. So just one more for now then, just to show you. And I'm going to go to, let me just pop that to one side out of the way. I'm going to go to that clear one this time. So going back to what we said earlier about the pen, this one's got the clear suspension in it and it's got the glitter, but we're actually missing the colour out of this one. So it's a little bit like a clear, we call it a clear overlay. Works in exactly the same way. So again, just give it a shake to get that glitter moving. And what I've done this time is this is actually a piece of pattern paper from one of our paper pads. I just went through my box and actually thought, right, I'll pull this piece out. So you want an uncoated piece that you can stamp on. But all these lovely little butterflies on here, I'm going to add my crystal overlay just to the top of it. And just by adding a little bit on here, and then I'm going to ask our Matt if he can get really close up on this one, because the ones that are already dry, we should be able to see the glitter on there. So let's just finish those ones off. But the top section on here, if you look at the top ones there, fantastic. Can you see how they're just shimmering on there? So any of your pattern papers, you can actually add that crystal overlay to, and again, that is just one use for them. Like I said yesterday, you know, we get such a short space of time to actually demo these for you, that there are lots of other uses, but this is a nice way of just adding that. If you like sparkle, nice way of just adding that little bit of extra touch, another layer to your design. So we might pop back to these in a little while, but for now, there's just a couple of techniques to get you going with that fantastic deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't miss out on that. Remember, it is the out of this world deal. Therefore, we can only hold the price for you for 24 hours, which is fantastic. And remember, you've got that clear overlay in there as well. That is always so incredibly popular. £27 in the UK, £27 in the UK, $35.50 if you are in the US. Let's just pop them down because we have got so much to show you in this 2-hour launch party. I just couldn't quite get over the value of this next item we're going to look at. It's the Build a Character craft kit that we're looking at. It's £25 or $25 depending on where you are. I want to quickly take you through first what you're going to create. So it's all about making these gorgeous pop-out characters. They are so wonderfully playful. And what you've got is included in here, you've got all of the pop-out elements to allow you to do that. So you can see here, we've got our 3 different characters along here. You've also got some speech bubbles there too. So you can use them, which is fantastic. You're going to be able to make lots of cards from this. It makes a minimum of 24. I think you're going to make loads more than that. You've also got here as well the die. Now the great thing is about the die actually goes on to make 3 more further characters. So once you've used all of the pop-out section, you can still then go and use that die section just there. I want to take you through what else is included. You've got these beautiful, beautiful papers. So you've got the pattern papers included firstly. So let's just have a little look at these. So you can see you've got some really wonderful designs within here. These are going to work perfectly on the outside of your projects. I think these would make beautiful inserts for your cards as well. You've got a great array of colours and patterns within there. So let's just pop those back down there. So they're your patterned papers that you've got there. You then also have as well all of your sort of coloured cardstock within here too as well. Again in 6x6, you see you've got a really lovely vast array of different colours within there to get you started. Some lovely plain white in there as well. Now, what else you get in here? I mean, can you believe all of this for £25 or $25? Let's just pop that back on there and let's go through. So down here, what you've then got is you've got all of your envelopes included. So all of your envelopes, 24 different envelope sizes in there for you to make your different cards. And then over here, what you've got are your they're the card blanks, and you've got your envelopes here this side as well. So that's where we've got the 24 from, because obviously you've got cards and blanks to make 24. You've got enough stuff to make loads more. And I think all you savvy crafters out there, a little bit of stuff from your own stash, you'll be looking at ways that you can really stretch this out. Even if you just made the 24 cards, what's that? It's 24... £25 or dollars to make 24 cards. You're looking at just over, well, you're looking at £1.25 per project. If you're making to sell, which of course you can do, you would really be able to make this go further. You've even got down the front here as well, beautiful ribbon in 3 different thicknesses here, and you've got the gems. And the wonderful thing, and I think the thing that we do so well here at Crafters Companion, is we put collections and kits together so beautifully. You know, we talk about product that's made by crafters for crafters, and that really is so true in a collection like this. And what I love about this too is the way that this is beautifully presented. Can you see? You've got this wonderful box that it's presented in as well with our Sarah there. You've got this tissue paper inside here too, and then all of those beautiful crafty goodies. Do you know what I didn't talk about? Oh, you're going to have to slap me on the wrist, I'm afraid. I forgot the stamps, didn't I? You get all of the stamps included too within there. So you've got all of those different sentiments. You've got embellishment stamps in there. You've got some stamps that you can colour in as well. You've got so much within here. In the US, I know you've seen this already once before in the UK. It's busy again in the UK on this. I knew it would be. But in the US, it's the first time you've had a chance to see it. And just remember, this is the kind of thing that you're working towards. These beautiful little characters, and I think they would be great on invitations. They'd be wonderful on thank you notelets, be great as toppers on your card. There is so much craftability here with this, and I think at that price it really is a no-brainer. If you want to order, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu if you want to snap those up, but I know how busy we are on that one already. Now let's move over to the Explorers Kit. Now the Explorers Kit is something that we really love bringing you because it allows us a chance. So, oh, my peekaboo, that's what my belt's doing. Have you seen I have got a rainbow belt on today. Look, it looks like Rainbow Mirror Card. How fabulous. Oh, Matt coming in for a close-up. Oh, look. How fancy is that? I used to have a backpack in the same material and I lost it. Anyway, enough about my personal life. So we're going to move on to the Explorers Kit. Now the Explorers Kit is a chance for you to maybe explore something new, and we like to put a kit together that allows you to create something beautiful and not break the bank, basically. And that's what we've done here. We've put a really lovely collection for you together for you. You've got some cardstock in here. You've got 2 of the quick drying ink pads as well. So you've got the Fryer Brown and the Jet Black. And then what you've got is the peekaboo die here, and then your actual window as well. These have been very popular and we brought them to you previously, but let me just show you what you're working towards, because you can see on the board here what you're able to create. So you've got your die in here, you have your outside edge as well, and then what you've got here is your stamps too. So these stamps, of course, you can use them in this configuration, but you're going to use them with a whole host of other crafting that you're already doing. And then what you've got here is the window that it creates. So you see as I turn it around, can you see he's even got him looking out of the back there. They are super cute. And of course you can change the sentiments, you can use the stamps and sort of mix them up and play around with how you put it together. So there's loads that you can do with this. $24.50 gets you all of that. And that is your Explorers deal, which is fantastic value. Now, I want to just show you as well, we do have some of the others available for you too. Now, let me just show you these. So if you want to go for more of these, they're $6.99 each. So I think if you've come in and gone for the Explorers Kit and you love this concept, you might want to pop a couple more of these into your basket. So this one here is the Peekaboo Elephant. Elephants are my favourite animal. They really are. And I think they are so popular, especially on something like a baby card. And that's what you've got there. You've got baby is the sentiment that you're working towards there. We then also have this one is the dog. The dog, a lot of love for the dog at the moment, but again, you're getting a friend is the sentiment here with the dog. You're getting the stamp in there and then all of those lovely sentiment stamps within there too. We've also got Perfect is our next one. This one, of course, is the Peekaboo cat. If I just turn that around, you can see you've got that lovely catty image in the background. And the window, that's the window shape that you're getting in with your Explorers Kit. The bunny, of course, Easter is almost upon us. How long till Easter now? Is it Good Friday is the 6th or the 7th of April, I believe? So really, no, just over a month or so. So maybe time to start thinking about those Easter creations that you've got here. How cute is this? Bunny is worried about you, as this one says. And you've got that. I love how fluffy that tail is on the back of there. Again, a really gorgeous one. All of these $6.99 individually, so don't miss out on these. And then what we've got here is a giraffe. Has anyone ever seen a giraffe run? They sort of do this weird, they look like they're running in slow motion. They look like me running, basically, with less wobbling. But, yeah, they run very, very slowly. I went to a zoo once and petted a baby giraffe. It was cute. But, again, really lovely, really playful. You're going to love getting things like your alcohol markers involved with those too, which is great. And you can buy the individuals for $6.99, or you can go for the Explorer Kit. Again, you're going to get the bear within the Explorer Kit. I do love bears. You're also getting the cardstock, the window arch, the 2 ink pads, and the Peekaboo die itself. There is more fantastic stuff than you can shake a pokey tool at in this 2-hour show. There is absolutely loads of stuff for you. And we're going to move on to something that launched just last week. And I know it was very busy even before this show. Loads and loads of love for it. If you're not familiar with our layering dies already, I'm going to just quickly show you how this works. So what you get in here is you're getting 3 individual stencils. Now you can use these and they all work beautifully individually in their own right. So if you use stencil 1 and you ink through it, you're going to get this beautiful result that you can see just here. If we just use a stencil 2, then this is the result that you're going to get here. You can see it's a little bit, a little bit more sort of pared back, that one. Or what you can do is you can use stencil number 3 and you get more of sort of an abstract kind of design here. But for me, the joy and the beauty is when you use all 3 together, that is what you've got. So really, you can use all of them individually, they're 3 different stencils, or you bring them together to make a 4th design. So it's like you've got 4 different stencils in one collection. That's the Rambling Roses that you've got there. And then also this one here is the Hydrangea Garden. As you can see, again, this beautiful, beautiful finished that you're working towards just there. This one here is the Dahlia Delight is that one there. I love it. It's a really beautiful flower. And then this one here is the Regal Rose that you've got there too. Let me take you through the rest of them also while we're here, because you're getting 8 in this collection for £47 or $47. Don't think of them though as 8 stencils. Think of them as 32 stencils, because really you're going to do 32 different techniques with these stencils. So you break that down value wise, so you look at what you're getting. Also, sometimes I have good ideas, sometimes I have bad ideas. I'm going to ask Jan on the other side of the studio, could we emboss with these?
Yes.
And you can emboss with them as well. So not just getting 32 different stencils, 32 different embossing folders as well right away. Can you understand why these were so popular when we brought them to you last time? Just quickly run you through what you're getting as well. Starting at the top row across just here, you're going to get, I need to find the right page, don't I? You're going to get Dahlia Delight. You're also going to get Regal Rose, Seamless Argyle. You've then got Spotty Dotty. You've also got Geometric Diamond, Geometric Florals, Full of a Flutter, and also Sweet Love. You do also get the blending tool included too. So all you really need to do is throw a few ink pads in with your purchase today, and you're going to be creating loads of different embossed and inked designs. Now, £47 is great value because you're saving £20 or $20 wherever you're buying it. However, we do understand that maybe you can't stretch that today. We like to give you a price point for every budget. So if you want to go for any 2 of the stencils, you can buy 2 of them for £12 or $12. So really, you've got something for absolutely everyone. I'm just going to grab the iPad very quickly and just see what you're having to say. Oh, I've gone a bit skew with. There we go. Lots of people saying the stencils look fab. Hope that Jan is going to demo the stencils. Absolutely, we will. People talking about going cruising in LA. Sounds wonderful. I can see the lovely Laura is watching along. Loads of love for the peekaboo as well. I can see Stu is watching. Any questions that you've got about absolutely anything? We're going to demo all of what I say we. Jan's going to demo all of this for us in the next hour and a half. So anything you want to see in particular, drop into the comments. One of the great things about Crafters TV is that we are so interactive. We are here watching your comments all the way through the hour. So do keep us company and let us know. I'm going to hand you over, though, to the very capable hands of Jan Brown.
Of course I'm going to demonstrate for you. I can't wait. I was actually sat watching, I think it was our Fiona that launched these on TV, and I was just really excited about the concept of these because, like Joe's just mentioned, there's so many different options, and I love a product that does more than one job. So without sort of spending too much time talking about it, because Joe's gone through what's available, I'm actually going to get them out of the packet and we'll get working. So just to talk you through what I've got here. So I've chosen the Regal Rose. I'm going to work with that one first. I've got some smooth stamping card again to work on, and then I've also just pulled out, I'll bring these forward, I've just chosen some colours of our quick dry inks, which I think we've also got on the show for you today, and I've just pulled out some colours that work with my stencil, so pink for the rose, green for the foliage, and then I'm going to put a really neutral colour in the background. Okay, so let me just move those off that glass mat again. I'm also going to be using our blending tools, which we've we've got on the show again today. And I'm actually going to go with the rectangular one, just because I've got more surface area there. We also have on the show the round ones, so it's purely a preference thing with these. I tend to use the round ones if I'm doing a smaller area. If I'm covering a slightly larger area, I tend to go with the rectangular ones, but again, just preference on those. So let's have a little look in our packet then. I'll just pop those there at the ready. So in here, you've actually got 3 separate stencils. And on the back of the packet, there's a lot going on the back of the packet here, but just this little tiny section here is all you need to get you going. And you've got 3 simple steps in order to achieve this finished results. So it asks you to do it once with the first stencil, repeat the same idea with the second stencil, and then repeat it again with the third. Now, you couldn't get much simpler than that. And then you might think, well, which stencil's which, Jan? So just to make life easier, I don't know whether we can get that on there, we've got number 1, number 2 and number 3. So they even tell you which order to work in. So like Joe said, you could just use stencil number 1 to make a really nice pattern. All right, you might want that to be the base of your project that you're working on. By adding the second one, we're starting to add some depth and some shade to it. The third one in all the packets is like sort of an abstract design that puts the background onto your design, which again, to use on its own, that just opens up so many doorways, but we'll actually use them in the way that they're intended, that they've been designed. So 2 options here now for attaching your stencil. I'm actually going to go with some low tack tape and just take a decent sized piece off there, and I'm going to attach and just de-tack it a little bit, and I'm going to attach this to my stencil just at the top there to keep it in place. If you prefer, you can actually use our repositionable glue, the stick and spray, which you should find on the website. You can actually coat the back of the stencils with this, and it's a temporary adhesive, which means you can take your stencil on and off. So again, just a matter of preference, but for speed tonight, I'm literally just going to stick it down with some tape. So I'm going to take my first colour ink. So this one's actually the lightest shade from our pink range, which is Pink Tulip. So we'll take that off. I tend to put my ink onto, I'm going back to this glass mat again, we were talking about it yesterday, but I like to actually just pop the ink down to the mat and then literally pick it up with my applicator, so I can load that applicator now with the ink. And this is quick dry ink. It will work equally as well with your water reactive inks, but the beauty of working with the quick dry means that you've not got to wait for one layer to dry before you start the next one. So all I'm going to do then is I'm going to look roughly, I want my rose in the centre here, which we're going to, and all I'm doing is little circular movement straight onto that cardstock through my stencil. I'm not too worried if it catches the leaves, because if you think about roses, you often get a bit of that pink colouring in the leaves anyway. So again, just take it round as deep as you want, as pastel as you want. There's no right and wrong there. And then there's some little buds just at the top here. And you notice how I'm actually turning my artwork. So instead of trying to get into awkward places, just spin your artwork round so that you can... Are you coming to join me?
Sorry, I was just moving your table over.
You're just rearranging it. Oh,
Yeah,
I've got the bin for you to stand in again, haven't I?
I'm just having a bit of a move round here.
That's all right. I don't mind you rearranging my house. You're all right.
Just squeezing myself in. There we are.
So then we're going to pop that one back for a second, and then I've got the lightest tone from our green collection. So this one's Spring Meadow. So I've stayed with the 2 lightest tones to start off. So again, wee bit on the mat there. Pick it up on my blending tool. So it's loading that ink into the sponge applicator there. And again, I'm going to bring this in for the leaves.
Why does it not dry on there?
Because this is non-porous.
Right, okay.
So on the stencil, on a stamp, on the glass mat, it won't dry, but the minute it hits a porous surface, okay. And I'll show you literally, Joe, we'll do this bit here, and as quick as I can, we'll just give it a...
Oh wow, it really dries quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's
so
amazing.
They're perfect for this job, they really are. So again, just pick up that ink, little circular motions. I'm just pushing the applicator gently through that stencil, and it won't damage the stencil. The ink just wipes off. Again, we talked about this being non-porous, so when I'm finished I can just clean my stencil with either a piece of kitchen paper and water, a wet wipe, run it under the tap, anything like that. So just to build up that colour.
Carleen Samedy, Samedy or Samedy, I'm not sure. Which one, let us know which one is right. Says, has anybody found a way to attach the little sponges to the ink pads? Now, I've seen people do it. Have you done it? Have you got it done?
You want to, now then, let me think. I know, I'm trying to think where I'm not sure if I've not got it from our stores, actually. It's called Hook and Loop.
Yes.
And it's like one of the...
Like Velcro?
Yes, that's one of the brand names.
You trying not to say Velcro?
I was, yes.
Sorry.
I'll let you say it, that's fine. That's
I'll
fine.
get in trouble now.
But yeah, that's your brand name. But yeah, it's actually known as Hook and Loop, and you get one side that's sort of fluffy and the other side's a bit rougher and it sticks together. Okay, so let me think which side we need. This is the spiky side. So if you cut a little piece, it comes on a roll. If you cut a little piece of it and stick it under your ink pad, this will then just stick underneath your ink pad.
Hook and loop onto your ink pad.
It will.
Yeah, top
so
idea.
Brilliant way of storing them. Someone else that I know that I've worked with, and I thought this was a fantastic idea if you don't want to do that. She uses she's got an A4 sheet and she's got the colours stamped out of the inks, and then it's in some kind of pocket, and she just pops these with the respective colour ink in the little pockets. So again, lots of different ways of storing them. But what I want to do now is just have a cheeky peek, because like you were saying earlier, Joe, you might just want to use that one. Yeah. And because we've put the tape here, it acts like a hinge, so I can pick it up and put it back. Not going to be a problem. So if we just actually lift this one, and you can see, you know, that might be all you want to do. And that's absolutely fine. But just wait while you see the next layer on it.
Do you know what, Anne, as well? I'm thinking about, you know, things like cards with these as well. Imagine glitter pasting through these.
Well, yeah, I was going to get to that, because obviously it doesn't have to be ink.
No.
Or your glitter paste, your texture paste.
You could do it on the wall.
If you go for that out of this world deal, Joe, you can colour your texture paste with the glitter pens. So then you've got a glittery texture paste. Happy girl. Happy girl, honestly.
I think this set really is one of those, like, the more you use it, creativity breeds creativity with this. The more you use it, the more you'll start to lose it. A lot of people saying thank you for the storage idea as well,
Yeah,
Jan.
no problem. So all these little things that we learn as we go along, and I don't mind sharing at all. And some of them I've picked up from other people. So if I have, thank you to that person. So again, I've gone for stencil number 2 now. Okay. And this is actually slightly smaller in design. So it's intended to add some depth now. Okay. Make it look a bit more 3D. So as far as positioning is concerned, if you lay it over the top, you can see roughly where your design is underneath. And we can get that in the right place there to actually add some detail. Tape it down again, and then I'm actually going to go to my next one. So for the first layer we used pink tulip. I'm going to come to the mid-tone now, which is fuchsia in the pink one, and we're going to add some depth on there. So again, pop my pink one back on, pop a little bit of pink down there. Love this colour.
Oh, it's very bright.
Wicked. Absolutely wicked. Again, pick it up, load that applicator so that you've got that. This acts as a carrier for your ink. And then again, I'm just going to go in those little circles over the top. I'm going to try and stay just over that pink, but I'm not going to stress too much if I get some on the leaves. Okay.
This looks very cathartic.
It's
like,
lovely, honestly,
like
and it's so simple to do, Joe. So even if you're at a beginner level, you would be able to produce some lovely artwork with these stencils.
Absolutely.
So again, swap over.
I think I'm right in saying we've got all of the quick drying inks on the show today as well. So go along to the website and stock up on those as well. So
then again, we started out with Spring Meadow. We're now going to Grasshopper, which is that mid-tone again. So it's just taking it a shade darker. And the beauty of the inks is that all the hard work's been done as far as actually colour matching. Leanne's worked really hard with these to get the colours right so that you know that these are going to work together. So again, I've just soaked it up on the opposite end this time, and I'm actually going to go over the top of what I've already done. You think, well, it's going to cover it up. You know, why did we do the first layer if we're going to do this? But it's not as big an area. So this is just adding highlights. And again, turn that artwork so that you can get to the area that you want to get to. rather than struggling and fighting with it. And then again, we can have another little sneaky peek now. So because we've got that hinge on, if I pop this in here, can you see how all of a sudden this has now started to become more 3D?
That is incredible, it really is.
So again, you could stop there. So like you said earlier, you know, 2 stencils, absolutely fine. So I'm just going to take that one off with my low tack tape.
Remember the details on your screen for all of them. You can go for any 2 of the stencils for £12 or $12 if you want to as well. So there's something for everyone there.
There is. My trouble there would be which 2.
Which 2?
They see me come in, yeah. It has to be all of them. So again, this one is totally abstract. It's nothing to do with the actual rose. It's intended to be a background now. And you might think, well, why did you not do that one first? But I don't particularly want the background underneath my rose. I'm actually going to go more around the edge of it. So again, it doesn't really matter where you put this one. So I'm just going to line sort of roughly, I was using the centre of the card. Pop it back down again. We'll turn that the other way and get rid of that pink ink. Okay. And then what I've done this time is I've chosen one of the neutral shades. And this one, I love this shade. It's called Misty Morning. And it's a cross between sort of what I call a brown grey. So it's not sort of a blue grey. It is you can get blue greys and brown greys, so warm tones and cool tones. So your blue grey would be more like you're wearing, which is a cooler tone. This one's got a little bit more of a warmer tone to it.
Oh wow.
So again, load up that applicator. I've just popped a clean one on. They're all interchangeable. They literally just tear off, stick back on again.
Wonderful.
Okay. And again, we're going to load up that applicator with the grey ink. Wonderful. And then what I'm going to do is I'm sort of going to aim around that picture now, that rose. It doesn't matter if I catch it a little bit, but I'm actually going to aim for the outside areas. And I just want a really light sort of piece in the background that's picking up that lighter colour ink. And again, I just want it around the edges. So I'm not going to worry too much about going over the centre part. Literally just pop it in there. Grab that last bit of ink, and then I've got a couple that I've worked on earlier that I can just show you, because by adding a little bit of embellishment to them, again, it changes them again. Okay, so I've just gone round the edge there. I've sort of avoided the area where the flower was. And again, when we look again, if we're ready, it's just added that little bit of something to the background of it.
Yeah, it's framed it beautifully, hasn't it?
And then just taking it to the next level, if we just lift you this one up so that you can see it a bit closer, we'll show our mat there. Oh, fantastic, gorgeous. Yeah?
I just love the vibrancy of the pinks and the greens
isn't it?
together.
Yeah,
It really
really
pops.
Nice.
I mean, you know, imagine that as a that's a card, really, isn't it?
It is. I mean, just a sentiment on there.
I'd love that just framed.
Yeah.
You know,
lovely piece of home decor.
Just as a piece of home decor.
Pick out the colours that you've got in your home. You know, if you're using it for a lounge or a bedroom, sort of pick up the colours. Brilliant. But then when you start sort of matting and layering and embellishing them, this is the butterfly one. So this has been done with the orange ink with that lovely fuchsia pink over the top of it. So you can mix the colours. You don't have to stay within a colour family. And you've got that lovely swirl in the background. And then all I've done is I've just added a few little self-adhesive pearls there to it. And I've matted and layered it on some of our black card and some of that glitter card again. I know we had it on the show yesterday and we've got it coming up again, I think, today. So that's the butterfly one. And then this is the... now then, let me just check the... I've not written down.
That's the... Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
That is.
Go on.
That's the geometric diamond.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. So again, fantastic. And again, that's different colours there. I've used a yellow tone, a green tone and a turquoise. Okay.
So these would look lovely,
so
I
just
think,
to give you an idea there.
As scrapbooking, you know, just accenting scrapbooking pages.
And again, there's nothing to stop you chop. I like chopping things up. So even though that's a design in its own right, and so was the rose that we did, we were talking about that triptych yesterday with the 3. Cut it into 3 elements and spread it apart. You can make a bigger design.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah? It really is beautiful. A lot of you are going, most of you are going for the whole collection because that's the best way to get the best value.
Yep.
Because it should be $67 or it should be £67 or $68.
Yeah.
You're all saving over £20 or dollars, no
That's
matter where you're shopping
fantastic,
from.
yeah.
As I did say, it's very busy on the individuals as well, because we do have a 2 for $12, whether that's pounds or dollars, wherever you're shopping. Now, I know there's a lot of you chatting away here on the Crafters TV Facebook page. I can see that, interacting. Any questions you've got, of course, get them into us there. But the best way, of course, if you're thinking, well, hang on, is there a way that I can shop and watch at the same time? Well, here's me. Have I got this shirt on? No, I've got a different shirt on. It's fine, to show you exactly how you do that. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. We're just chatting away in the break there about all the different ways that you could use those stencils. They really are so versatile. People saying, could you even use them with sparkle pens? Absolutely, why not? Don't forget the sparkle pens are your out of this world deal. Only holds for 24 hours. I want to just give you a heads up. We've got some great deal on some glitter card. Now, anyone that knows me will know just how much I adore all things glitter. And you can buy any 3 of the glitter cards here, 10 sheets in each, for £10 or $14. So it's just a snapshot of some of them. You've got that beautiful pink there, that's the baby pink. We've had some sellouts already, so don't have as deep stocks of these as we would like. The black I know is already gone. You've got the copper there as well. Oh, the beautiful Crafters Companion Lilac. How gorgeous is that? The other great thing as well with these, if they're non-shedding, so if you want to put them through your, the rose gold's gone, I'm afraid. If you want to pop these through your cutting machines and things like that, I'm pretty sure that you are good to. You've got the solar gold there and also the Christmas green. A really lovely selection. Centura Pearl as well, 250 GSM means it makes it a really versatile card weight for you too. So it's a really, really great one to go for. Let's go over back to our discovery kit, because explorers kit, that's the word I was looking for. And our explorers kit is all about you trying something new, exploring a new craft, and that's exactly what we're talking about here, and creating a finished project, I guess, really. Although, of course, you've got enough in here that you're going to be able to create absolutely loads. This is really what you're working towards. This is the card here that you can see. So this is the bear that you've got. You're getting the window, and you're getting the arch, and you're getting the square as well. So you can see exactly what you're working towards there. You've got the bear here. You've also got the outline as well, so you can create the little bear himself. You're then getting all of these different sentiment stamps within there too. Now that's what you're getting by the way of dies. You're also getting 2 quick drying ink pads within here as well, so you're going to be able to use those quickly. You've got the Fryer Brown, and you've got the Jet Black in there. You're getting some cardstock included in here too to get you started. So you've got everything you need to create something really fun. And I think these are quite modern is what I like about them. So you're going to be able to send these as cards. You could even send them as, just a sort of a how are you card. They would work wonderful in a whole host of different ways. So that is your Explorers kit. There are some other options for you though. I'll quickly run you through the other options. Now these are individually priced at £6.99 each. So if you want to go for these, you've got Baby, which is this lovely elephant themed one here, as you can see. You've still got all the stamps that you need. So £6.99 or £9.95, depending on where you are. You've then got Friend here, which is this lovely peekaboo dog. Again, look how adorable that is. I love that he's got a few patches on the back of him there. And you've got things like You're My Best, Thank You, How Thoughtful You Are, Hello, Special, Dearest, Leaves a Paw on Your Heart. There's some of the sentiments that you've got in the stamps. The Perfect Friend, which is the cat here. Again, you've got all of those different sentiments here And again, how playful is that? I think you're going to love colouring this one up particularly as well. It's a really lovely one to get your markers involved with. Was the bunny the favourite? Ah, the bunny is the favourite. Remember in the Explorer's kit as well, you're getting the die to cut the window, whether you're cutting the arch or the square, more square shape, it's completely up to you. But again, everything included there for you. And then finally, you've got the giraffe in here as well. Again, that one's going to be quite fun to colour up. You've got wild, you've got that lovely outline die, and then all of your stamps in there as well. $6.99 or $9.95. I'll just recap the details for you of the Explorer's kit as well, because remember in there, that's where you're getting the window die as well, and you're getting the ink pads, and you're getting the papers as well. So if you want to go for that, $24.50 in the UK, $34 if you are in the US. Let me just quickly grab the iPad. We'll have a look at what you guys are saying. So lots of you loving the Pikachu. Love the glitter card, says Barbara. And yeah, loads of love for that last demonstration that the lovely Jan did. Now, I think Jan, the Lilac's in the lead with the glitter card, by the way, so do snap those up if you want them. But I'm pretty sure Jan is ready to spoil us with another demonstration, so here she is.
I'm going to have a look at that said peekaboos. And I love the fact that we've got Little Bear in that Explorer's kit, honestly. This is a great one if you're wanting to sort of have a taste of how the products work. And I must admit, I know a lot of you out there know about my little grandson, and his nickname is Little Bear, so this was perfect. So, in the kit then, I've got out my die that's got the bears in there. So we'll have a look at this one. So again, you get the outline to cut the bear. You get the wording here, depending on which one. And then you get all these gorgeous little acrylic stamps to go with it, including the front and back of the bear. And those are what we're going to use. And then I've also got the window arches, and you have a choice there of either the semicircle one or the sort of rounded rectangle one there. So I'm actually going to use this one. I'm going to take that one out. And if you're buying into these, again, we don't just leave you on your own. Obviously, you can refer back to our demos. Like we talked about yesterday, all these videos are archived, so you can go back to them, watch me again doing the demo. But inside here, if I open this up, you have got a set of instructions on how these work. And again, we're looking at just one section at a time because we've got different languages in there. So it gives you an introduction, and it shows you in 5 steps how to make a card. So we don't leave you on your own. It just goes through it there in nice, easy steps what to do. So what we're going to do today then, let's just move all those bits out of the way. I'm going to take my die elements first. So I need the bear wording, and I need my gorgeous little outline there. And what I've done is I've just prepped a piece of card here. So again, we're working on that smooth card. And what I want to do is actually cut an aperture in here. And I also want to cut the wording and my little bear in here. So if I just line them up so that you can see how this is going to work. Okay, but I'm going to do it in a couple of stages, all right. So I also want to make my card into a card that I can see through. So my card base that I've cut out of Centura Pearl, 5 3/4 square, which is pretty much sort of the largest square you can get out of a piece of A4 without joining it. Scored it in the middle, and I'm actually going to attach this onto it because I want to try both layers. And obviously with the Gemini, the pressure in there, if you go through both layers, fantastic. If it doesn't quite go through both layers, it will make an impression on the bottom that you can then reline your die up. Now we've got the Gemini on the show today, and I know some of you have actually beat us to it because I know there's 1 or 2 people have actually trekked themselves to the Gemini today. So let's have a little look then. Pop this on just a little bit of our tape, and I'm just going to put a tiny little bit in a couple of the corners. That's all I need just to position this so it doesn't move. So I'm just going to set this on as if I was matting and layering it onto my card. Okay, and then what I've done is I've drawn a line roughly where I want these dies to work. So I've measured it out, measured where my arch was going to go on here, and drawn myself a pencil line to work on. So first of all, I'm going to cut these ones through, okay? So on the pencil line, I'm just lining up that die, and then we need some low tack tape again. Because you're wanting things to work sort of in precision and be in a certain place here, we're actually going to line them up. So I'm just going to put that one, I'm just going to leave this one in place as a guideline because I want that to be fairly central. So we're going to pop that one on there and stick it on. And I always try to stick down to the piece of card that I know is going to be the waste. So it's going to cut the centre out of here. So rather than sticking it to the card that's going to be left, stick it to the waste just in case, because with the pressure in the Gemini, sometimes it does just catch the card. And then I'm also going to pop Little Bear here at the end, and just be careful that these don't overlap. Now, if you're not confident with them all together, just do this system one at a time, all right? And then we need our Gemini plates, okay? So that large Gemini then on the show, I'm going to pop this one onto my cutting plate. I'm going to leave this bit stuck out of the bottom because I don't really need all the card to go through.
Okay.
Quite often, if you just put card through with nothing on it, the machine's like, well, I don't quite know what to do with it. It applies the pressure and it sometimes ruttles it a little bit.
Right, okay.
So just by leaving this bit hanging out of the end there, it's not going to damage it there. So shims in the middle, cutting plate on the top, and then we're going to run that one through first.
Wonderful.
Okay.
If you want to go for the Gemini, £179.99 in the UK, £249.95. Really, really fantastic machine.
Honestly, it's one of those things, it's quite hard because when people know that you work for Crafters Companion, it's like, I know when I was teaching, they say, well, you're bound to recommend it because you work for the company. But as a crafter...
So many people, so love university, isn't it?
I used to use the old cranked ones, and honestly, this just makes life so much easier, and the pressure in it is unrivaled. If we actually look at this here, you can see I've gone through there is the equivalent of over 600 GSM.
Wow, that's an awful lot, isn't it?
And I've got the impression here of the bear writing and the little bear outline. I've got two lots of cardstock that are both, well, 300 and 310 GSM. So pull those off, that's done its job. I need to take the tape off as well because I want to pop the arch on next. So again, just lift those off carefully. And because that's in the middle there,
right,
I'm not too worried if it does catch the card because, as I say, this is going to be cut out of here. So that's that one. And then all I'm going to do now is put my archway on and line that up with where I've cut to here. So it's roughly centred. I think that looks fairly straight. And again, I'm going to put this tape on the inside because this piece is actually going to be waste. Then we're going to cut this out and make an aperture.
Wonderful.
Okay, so just once more through there then.
If you're going for the individuals, maybe you're looking at this and thinking, well, I'm going to go for the peekaboo bunny, the cat, the dog, the elephant, the giraffe. If you want to do this technique, you are, of course, going to need to get the window arches. They are available on their own at £9.99.
Fantastic.
However, if you want better value, then they're available in the Explorer's kit, along with the bear, the two quick dry ink pads, and that cardstock as well. That's $24.50 or $34, which is great value for money.
So let's just take those out now, and we might just need to pop our little snips in there if it's not quite lined up properly. But basically, once we get rid of the tape this time, just lift that out of there. Okay, and the same on this side. Just lift that one out of there.
Beautiful.
And then basically it's just, if it's not quite lined up, I'm just going to pop in with my little snips and just take it down to the bottom so that those two pieces, and can you see how it's gone through both layers, look?
That's amazing.
Yeah? So amazing, and that's the testimony of the pressure there in the Gemini. So I just want to free those pieces. Again, little bit in the middle there, just to snip it along that line that I've drawn. And again, make sure that side. So we'll take off the top one, see if we've gone all the way through there with it all. If it hasn't quite gone all the way through, because I only stuck this down gently, I can take my top layer out, and I've got an impression in here now. It's not quite grabbed all the letters,
right,
but because I've got that impression, I can literally just, and it slides back into place.
Okay,
You've got that, that's actually, if you feel that now, Joe, it's actually quite
it's grabbed
locked in place,
yeah,
hasn't it? So all I'm going to do now is pop a little bit, we'll treat ourselves to a bit of new tape. Just going to pop that back on and run it through once more just to get that last little cut, because it was asking it a lot to go through all those layers with the letters being a little bit more detailed. Oh, okay, so
just... You're leaving me then, I thought you'd gone over the counter.
No, I was going that way because honestly, daft nails, you can't pick anything up, can you? Okay, so we've got our front bit at the ready there, and straighten him out in a minute. Okay, and then we're going to add some stamping to it as well.
A lot to be going for that bunny rabbit. Very, very popular on its own. Remember, the bear is coming included. You've got the bunny, the cat, the dog, the elephant, or the giraffe on the individuals.
So you can see now, look, we've got that lovely aperture. And because we've cut them together, just tidy that little bit up there where it's actually cut off. Because we've cut them together, we know that these are going to line up perfectly on there. Okay, so what we need to do next then, okay, is leave that one for a second, and I'm actually going to stamp out, where did I put, there we go, that's what I'm looking for. So on here then, if we take these off, I want the front of my little bear. We're going to stamp him on the front here.
Perfect.
I'm going to stamp the back of him separately, okay? And I can use a bit of this scrap card just to stamp him on here because I want to cut him out and use him separately. You could just stamp him onto the reverse of the card, it's your choice, and then choose a sentiment. So for this one, we're going to do sending you a big bear hugs. There we go, sending you big bear hugs. Right, just I squeeze around there, Joe. I need my stamping stuff. No, you're fine.
Wonderful.
All right, so we've got the stamping kit out now. Pop this on here. And again, with our stamping platform or the rocker blocks or whatever you're chosen. I know some people like to do the the ones with the hinge on. Whatever your chosen one is for
These all work all of them, will they?
They all work the same, yeah.
Wonderful.
All right, so all we're going to do with him is ink him up. And because I can see straight through here, I can line him up on there, over that lovely little die cut edge, pop him down, and we've got him come to life there on the front.
Oh, perfect. Look at that.
So that's the first one. You could, if you wanted to, do the same on the reverse here and actually pop this one on the back, okay? But because I'm going through more than one layer, he would need to be on this one. Okay. And I often get that mixed up. So therefore, I'm going to stamp him onto a piece of separate and cut him out.
Okay.
Okay. So again, just choice, personal choice as to how you do it. So rather than get him in the wrong place, I'm going to stamp him onto that bit of scrap. And this is actually the reverse of him. Now, again, you've got choices because I've done him peeking out of the card. You could actually have this part of him on the front looking into the card so that when you open it, you've got his little face inside. So again, there's so many different choices going on here. So that was that
one. The dog and the giraffe, the ones that would be a lot of fun to colour them in.
If you're able to go for more than one of them, you could have 2 or 3 lined up all in a row. So then we want our wording. So we've got, let me just give that, it's all right, it's at this side, being a bit heavy-handed there. So we've got sending hugs, there we go, sending you. So I'm going to pop this one back on here. So black ink again. Okay. I'm going to pop that at the top, sending you big, nice and simple. Down it goes. Look how crisp they are.
Gorgeous. Really lovely because it's quite a fancy scroll, but it's very legible as well, which is always good. It is,
it's lovely. So we can start thinking about popping this together now. Now I've done a couple of layers at the ready, and this is that gorgeous glitter card. I keep going on about it, but it is beautiful. We get our mat to have a look at that close up. Just look at it. And this is the copper one that I've got here. And I think we had a lady ask yesterday, Joe, about the chocolate brown Centura Pearl.
Yeah.
And that's what I've actually matted and layered this onto. So chocolate brown. Should we do the bead test? Go on then. Not a scrap. I'm sorry, but not a scrap of glitter there. So what I'm going to do...
It's a bit of a shame. I quite like glittery bits.
I know you do. Where's my pen? There we go. I'm actually going to pop this inside my card so that as we look through that little window, we've got the glitter card going off in the background. So this is actually going to mat and layer just inside there. Okay, and then we're going to pop this one back together. We're going to put this all the way around now. I just put those couple of little bits on at the beginning, but I want glue all the way around it this time. And at home, you'd take a little bit longer than this, and you would probably put some glue behind the letters and things to line it up. But just for speed, we're going to line that up with the one that we cut out earlier. And I've just gone round, you can see there's just a slight edge round that one. All I've done is use one of our Midas ink pads, and I picked the copper one to match the glitter, just to edge it with, so that it just stood off that last layer a little bit.
What are the Midas ink pads?
The Midas are metallics.
Oh, okay.
So they're all part of the Spectrum Noir range, but they're a metallic ink. So you get gold, silver, copper, platinum, rose and blush. They're beautiful. There's 6 different shades in them. They will be on the website. And then you can see I've been playing a little bit earlier. So I just want to show you how I arrived at this.
So did you fussy cut that part?
I used the die to cut round the top of him. And then just cut the bottom. And then this one I've just done with my little snips.
Perfect.
But I just wanted to show you quickly how I arrived at that, because we've put the brown ink in the package, all right? Now, even though this is a quick dry ink, we discovered earlier that it didn't dry on those non-porous surfaces.
Absolutely.
So it will still work with a wee bit of water, okay? Pick it up and you can still use it.
Oh, so many different ways to use
as
this.
an ink. And that's all I've done, is I've coloured him in. Okay, we'll not do all of it because you can see exactly, and built it up, and you can see how I've got 2 there with him. Yeah?
Brilliant.
So we've actually popped that into your package so that you've got a nice colour for the bear. Okay, so we'll just get that so you don't lean on it, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want you to lean
I
in
don't
that
end up with a rusty elbow.
nice big brown elbow patch. We'd have to do both sides to match, wouldn't we?
Yeah, that's probably a fashion statement somewhere.
And then all I'm going to do is, you could have just coloured him in straight on here, but I've chosen a wee bit here as decoration. So this is just a bit that I've prepared at home using some scraps of that copper card and a little bit of ribbon out of my stash. I think we've all got ribbon going on in there. So this is just going to be an extra decoration at the bottom there. Okay. And then we're going to pop our little teddy bear's head at the front, and I'm just going to lay him over the top. As I say, you could have just coloured that one in, but for speed. And then on the inside, we're going to match up this cheeky one that's looking out there.
What you got them stuck to, Jan?
This.
Is this what I think it is?
Oh.
Is it the...
It
is it the Xyron?
It is.
Oh, I love this machine.
That's my little one.
Oh,
okay.
It's so amazing.
It's a sticker maker, essentially. So, I mean, how cute would it be? I've not stuck him down yet, he's waving around, but how cute would it be to be working with the children or your I know a lot of ladies craft with the grandchildren when they've got them at a weekend, making these little characters, popping them through here to make them into stickers, and then they can stick them where they want.
Fabulous.
Could have them on the books or anything like that, but he lines up perfectly. Yep, on the back there. And you've actually got him, if we have a look, I've made a right old mess again, haven't I? So if we show him to our mat there, you've got our little bear popping through. Oh, I've forgotten one bit. Just bear with me a second. Because sending you a big bear...
Sending you a big bear? Some people might be all right with that, Jan.
Might be okay. Shall we just finish it off instead of sending you a big bear? Well, I've sending you big bear, and that was from the stamp set as well. I've just gone at a bit of a quirky angle. That's better, Matt. Instead of sending you a big bear, we've got sending you big bear hugs there. And what a fun little way. And he seems all the way through. And then when you look inside, you've got him peeking out of the window.
Just too
and he looks
cute.
just as good if you had him on this side looking in, so that when you opened it, you've got his little face peeking out on the inside. Yeah?
Really gorgeous.
And that works exactly the same with all those different characters that we've got on there.
Because remember, of course, in the Explorer's Kit, you're getting the bear and everything that you need. So you're getting in there... you're getting the peekaboo bear, you're getting the window arches, the 2 ink pads, and you're getting the cardstock. But if you want to go for any of the individuals, you can go for the bunny, the cat, the dog, the elephant, or the giraffe. So all of those are available at $6.99 or $9.95. Someone's asking, Bernadette saying, Jan's such a cute card. Anne saying she loves to use the tri-blends for colouring the animals.
Yep, would work just the same. Just think about which ink you're using to stamp with. So I used a watercolour medium. I needed a permanent ink. If you're using the alcohol, you need our ink pads that have got the alcohol marker on so that the line art doesn't move.
Right, okay, perfect. Sandy says, so cute. Barbara says, so darn cute.
Thank you.
Loads of love for that. Great deals, of course, is what we always bring. Should we have a little look at some? We've got a couple of others, just here.
Oh, I've got loads here.
Oh, you got loads.
I've got loads.
Oh, we've got loads of them. I'll show you
Sorry,
these
Matt.
ones.
Shall we show the ones
I'll
that
show you
Matt's
these
chosen?
ones, and then you can show us your ones. But look at this one with the cat just here. How beautiful is that? The colourway used there is extraordinary. You've got the bunny. Look at how playful that is. The bunny is very, very popular individual. That is actually an... Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I love how they've then snipped that to use it separately.
Yep.
As a sort of almost like a topper and the little stars in the back of that. Really, really adorable, that one. This one here, oh, you got two on the same one. So you've got the giraffe, you got the, is that upside? No, it's not.
No, he's just peeking out through the window.
You've got the giraffe and the bear on the same card.
They're cute.
Looking out and looking in, which is fantastic. You've got the doggy one here as well. Oh,
Again, there's one of them being a bit mischievous up there. Look, isn't there? He's like...
Yeah. And then you've also got this one here, the little doggy one there.
Yeah.
Someone's actually used some heat embossing on there as well. A great idea.
Yeah.
Really beautiful.
All the tricks of the trade, anything that you've got in your stash.
Yeah. Do you want to share a couple with us?
Let's have a little look. I like this one. I don't know who made this one, but look at this. It's a bit different. So again, just using that little giraffe there, but with a little bit of movable parts on here. We've got like little seed beads on some wire. So again, you've got that little bit of movement on it.
Yeah, really
with the giraffe there. And then let's just see, I like this. This is little bear again, but again, using a completely different colourway. He looks totally different. So similar idea to what I've just done, but changing the colour. Could be a Christmas card, that one, couldn't it? And then last one, look, that little doggy. Sat peeking over the wall, look. So again, it doesn't have to have a back and a front. This one's clear inside. Just have him peeking out there.
Yeah, I love that you've just used different coloured cardstock there to create the illusion of a scene, which is fantastic. Loads of you coming up with loads of different ways that you would use these in the comments on Facebook. I'm monitoring the comments over on the Crafters TV Facebook page. Of course, if you want to order and watch at the same time, you can do that on the Crafters Companion website, crafterscompanion.wherever-you-are.co.uk in the UK.com if you're in the US, or .eu if you're anywhere else in Europe. Now, one of the other things that I love about Crafters Companion is that we can bring great deals and offers, but you can also use all of the offers that you see here on Crafters TV in conjunction with your Club Inspire discount.
Of course.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect one loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind-the-scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details that you need there of course, Club Inspire. Having a very, very busy launch party, as we often do. Launch party quickly becoming, I think, probably your favourite show of the week that we bring you here on Crafters TV. The launch and learn in today's show, you are absolutely loving it. It is these Kaleidoscope stencils that we've got for you. It's the layering stencils. And there's so many different ways of using them, because what you've got here, of course, is 8 stencils in this collection. However, there's 4 different ways of using each of the stencils. And you're thinking, hang on a minute, Joe, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Let's have a look at the boards, because this really highlights and shows it to you. So one stencil, stencil number 1, allows you to create this gorgeous pattern that you can see here. Stencil number 2, if you come up, you've got something that's a bit more abstract here, a little bit more minimal, but again on its own, gorgeous. And then number 3, if we bring that up, you can see here that gorgeous stencil, that gorgeous inked background that you've got. But when you put them all together, they work beautifully as a whole. So you've actually got 4 different effects from the one stencil. Let me show you that with the next one. That was the rose that you can see there. This one is the Dahlia Delight. So the 3 beautiful different ways of using it, and then that gorgeous one when you're using them all together. This one here is the Hydrangea Garden as well. Again, I especially love the background one just here, but when you bring them all together, look at what you're getting, something quite spectacular. And then this one here is the Regal Rose, as you can see. So that's the concept. But when you think about it, what you're getting is you're getting a stencil collection in each of these. You're getting 8 collections, so it's basically like you're getting 32 different stencils within here. Or you can use these to emboss as well. So if you want to use them as embossing folders, you can do that too. They are £47 or $47. You've got a £20 or $20 saving, over £20 or $20 as well. So it's great value for money. However, if you do want to go for any 2 of these, then you can do so for £12 or $12. So it's completely up to you. As always, the best way to get the best value is to go for the complete collection. But there is something for absolutely everyone in this show. Very busy. I think they're probably the star of tonight's show as so far. I always say tonight. What? It's 5:15. Is it today? Is it tonight? Is it this afternoon? Is it this evening? Matt? Evening. Matt says evening. Jan?
Late afternoon.
Oh, late afternoon, curveball. Maybe early evening. Producer Laura, what do you think? What part of the day are we currently in here in the UK? Early evening, yeah, early evening. Early evening. But where are you? What time is it where you are? Of course, if you're on the East Coast, it's midday? It's the afternoon. It's the morning if you're on the West Coast. Or maybe it's probably, I think once we get to past 6, then it's night time. So if you're in Europe, it's probably night time. Anyway, enough of me waffling on. Let's move. So I want to take you down and show you this again. I want to just show you the packaging first before we get into what is actually included. There's over 630 elements in here, and you're going to be able to make a minimum of 24 cards. So you're looking at £1 or $1 just over per project. This is what you're working towards. It's beautifully boxed as well. If you wanted to give this as a gift, it would be perfect to do that. But when you open it up, it's beautifully wrapped in all of this tissue paper. You've got an inspiration sheet in here as well, and it is absolutely chock-a-block full of wonderful crafty goodies. Let me take you through what those crafty goodies are on the display shot in front of us. Let's just pop that back over there, because you are getting so much within here. It's all pop out as well. There are some dies included in here, but they actually make something separate. But if we come down, you can have a look. You've got that wonderful, you've got the tiger here. We've also got the elephant down there as well. And we've got the lion. I always get lions and tigers confused. Does anyone else do that? And we've also got the balloons or speech bubbles here too. This little die here, that allows you to make a completely different character. 3 different characters, in fact. You can make a unicorn as well as a couple of other characters too. So Jan will show us that in a little bit more detail. You're also going to get lots of these beautiful papers. Let me take you through the coloured cardstock that you're getting in here, because it is absolutely gorgeous. You've got all that wonderful pattern cardstock within there, the beautiful rainbows and colourways. You've got some landscapes, some little scenes in there as well. Let me just spread that back out again for you. Pop that down there. And then what you're getting as well is you're then getting the coloured cardstock too. So you've got a really lovely, vast array of different coloured cardstocks to go through there. You've then got all of your card blanks. So you've got 4 different sizes of card blanks. That's why we say it's going to make 24, because you pop out characters in your card blanks and envelopes. They take you to 24. You've got your envelopes here. And then we even go to the length to give you ribbons included as well. So you've got beautiful ribbon in there, and even some wonderful little gems in there too. All going to colour coordinate beautifully. I still can't get over the fact that you get all of that in the beautiful box for £25 or $25. So it really is phenomenal value for money. A lot of you are loving this. A couple of you saying, oh, it's 11:15 in the morning in Nebraska. Now we know. Yeah, any questions that you've got about absolutely anything in the show so far? Anything you want to see? Maybe anything that we haven't covered in the show? Drop into the comments over on Crafters TV and I'll do my best to get any of your questions answered. But I think Jan is standing by. She's going to spoil us with another wonderful demonstration.
Fantastic. I couldn't wait to get to this one, Joe. I absolutely love this. So you've got everything in here that you need to make cards with. So I thought when I opened this one, I looked at it and I thought what a brilliant one it would be. I know I've got a lot of ladies when I'm teaching that say that they craft maybe at weekends with their children, with their grandchildren. And this one is ideal because you've actually got some pop-out pieces that can be put together without actually using the Gemini or any of the die cutting machines. And I'm going to I'm going to walk you through it, and I'm also going to show you how to make the extra ones with the metal dies as well. So Joe's just gone through the contents. You get all your card in there, you get the envelopes in there, the papers, but we also get a nice little instruction sheet that goes alongside the pop-out ones. Now you can see where I've actually popped some out of, so let's just move those. So this is what they come to you like. We've got the little tiger here. Let's move those to one side. You can see him there. And you've got more than one here because obviously I can see 3 heads there. So there's enough on one sheet to make 3 characters. You've got a little guide here as to what he should look like when he's made. So it's simply a case of popping out the pieces and we'll put him together. So just gently, they're just fastened in by those little tangs on the sheet. So I'm just going to pop them out and I'm going to pop them, got a piece of black card because you can't see as well on my craft glass mat. So put them on here, you can see what they look like. They're all numbered, okay? So you want one of each number, and we've got his body there. We've got his little arms. So we just need to pop all the relevant pieces out that you would need to make the character. And if you're not sure which bit's which, on here, it tells you, it shows you on the diagram that you've got piece number 3, number 4, etc. So you just need to pop out the relevant pieces. So let's have a little look. We need some feet there. So 2 little feet for the bottom. You can see him coming together. We need his tail, which is going to go onto one side there. And have I got one of everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay, so you can pretty much see how he's going to go together. I'm not going to stick him because I've got one that's already done. Now, if like me, those little bits on the edges bother you, because I am a bit of a neat freak, I just use cheap as chips, little nail file that you can buy in the, cheap shops. And all I do is just gently file the edge and it takes those little pieces off where it's been joined into. You can see now that that one's not actually got any of those little pips on there. All right, so dead simple to do. So all you would do then is sort of start with his tummy. We would stick his head in there. His little arms just fit. And again, tweezers are your best friend for this. They would sit just behind here. And just stick these together with your chosen glue. I actually use my little glue applicator because it's got a fine tip on there, so it's got my tacky glue in there. So you can see that his other little arm would slot behind and stick on there. He's got that little tail to come out from behind on there. Just see if I can slot it underneath there. Oh, we should have put his tail down first, Jan. But you're getting the idea there. And then he's got these 2 cute little feet. And again, you can actually put these on with a little foam pad if you want to give it a bit of dimension. And when he's done, this is what he looks like. Just really, really cute. Excuse me.
Oh, you got a frog in your throat,
I have
Jan?
got a frog in my throat, Joe. I think it's all this talking.
Are you all right?
I think I'm okay. It's gone. So, again, if we just flick through this sheet, we've also got the components to make the little giraffe. So again, he pops out and does exactly the same thing. And I think he's absolutely gorgeous. Cute. Really cute, isn't he? And then you've also got the same idea to pop out the pieces to make the the little elephant as well.
Beautiful.
So all I've done is pop them out, use the glue to stick them together. The ones that have got the little feet at the front, I've just used some foam pad just to give it a little bit of dimension. And also in that pack, you get some thought bubbles, speech bubbles as well, okay? So you can stamp into there, you could have them saying hello, you've got loads of different stamps. So that's the actual pop-out pieces.
Wonderful.
Let's pop them to one side. But also in that kit, as if that's not enough things to be getting on with, we actually get a set of metal dies as well.
Yeah, love these.
So, if I turn this over, you can now see that there are a range of other animals that you can make if you want to cut your own.
Oh, the unicorn.
My producer, she says, oh my goodness, there's a unicorn.
There is.
Funnily enough, that's who we're going to have a go at making. I just love that. So all this, and what I like about this is because you're working with some tiny pieces here, Joe, it's all on one piece of metal. So it goes through the Gemini, it goes all in one go. So you've got choices here. You would need to pass it through more than once.
Okay.
Because we've only got, for example, one foot on here, one ear on here.
Okay.
So what I chose to do was do it in one ear on here, on here. So I chose to do it on white card and colour it in.
Okay.
You could actually run it through on different coloured cards so that you could mix and match them. But again, all about preference. So I'm just going to grab a piece of card. We will cut out, I've been a bit skimpy with my card, haven't I? It only just fits on there. These are some of the waste bits that I've not used. Pop that on there and we'll run it through our Gemini. And you can see from the size of that, I know we've got the big Gemini on the show today, but that's easily going to fit through our Junior. It won't quite fit through the Go and the smaller machine.
Okay.
So you would need something sort of the size of the Junior if you're not using a Gemini to fit this through.
Have you got the Mini tomorrow? Was it next week?
The Mini? I'm not here tomorrow.
Are you not here tomorrow?
I'm not here tomorrow. They'll let me go
I
home
wonder if it's on the show tomorrow. I think it was meant to be, and I was meant to be here with it. But is it next week? No, I think it's this week. I think if you've been waiting for the Mini, you're going to have to slap me on the wrist if I'm wrong, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's back tomorrow.
Sounds good fun.
Stay tuned.
Right. Oops. Look, the pieces are just dropping out now because this is the testimony of that pressure. Okie dokie. So,
wonderful.
Just pop all these out. We'll give it a tap. And you want to be careful not to lose any of these bits.
Because little bits, some of them are
yeah,
little,
the
aren't they?
majority of these we need to use, okay? So there's only a couple of bits that are waste.
Wonderful.
So again, get my pokey tool. And just pop, it's all got the release holes in the back. And again, if you're not sure which piece is which, I don't know whether you can see on there, Joe, it's actually got the numbered pieces on.
Okay.
So each of the little release holes has got the numbers on there.
Perfect.
So take them all out. The only bits that I don't need
Mini is
are...
back tomorrow, Jan.
Fantastic.
I know, if you've been waiting for it, I know
Take
so many
those
people
ones.
have. Tomorrow is the day. I'm gutted that I'm not going to be here because I had a bit of a thing, didn't I, last week? I actually was meant to be here tomorrow. I thought I was going on holiday on Thursday. It turns out I'm not. I'm going on holiday tomorrow morning. I only realised on Friday last week.
Oh, bless you, honestly. It's a good
What
job
am I
you
like?
found out in advance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so we've got on here the means of making more than one character. So you don't actually need all the pieces to make the one that you want. But again, if I bring this in, you've got each character here and it tells you exactly which numbered piece, going to those numbers on the back of that die, as to which one that we actually want to use.
Perfect.
So for my unicorn then, I need his face and his body. I need 2 lots of this because it acts as his tail and his mane. So I need to cut this one twice.
Okay.
I need to cut his little feet twice. So I need another one of those. And then you've got these gorgeous little pieces here. So we've got the outer ear and the inner ear. We've got that precious bit that's going to be his unicorn horn. Okay, we've got a little nose there that's going to go on. He doesn't need the curly tail, that's for one of the other animals. We can give him a nice little bit of hair there, and then the little round ear is for the ones like the cat and dog.
Right.
This bit's for the end of the lion's tail, and then
I
we've
love that this is
also got
heart-shaped as well. You wouldn't really notice when it's on them because it's layered under the feet. But
Yeah.
I love that it's a little heart one.
So what I've done is I've done a little bit of prep in advance,
Okay.
and if I bring these in, all right, we can see that I've cut them and then I've used my pens to colour them in. So I've actually used the sparkle pens that are out
lovely.
of this world deal.
Out of this world.
That's the one. So I've used those to colour in on here. So I've stuck the heart onto the body. So that was this piece here, which we've got those two pieces together.
Wonderful.
Yep. I've actually popped his nose and his little piece of hair onto the face. And then we've got the other bits stuck together ready. So let's just move all those out of the way so that we don't get confused.
Lots of you as well already in the comments thinking of different ways in which you could use these. So someone said, you know, change the colour, leave the horn off, you can turn it into a horse. There's loads and loads of ways
it's endless,
of using it.
to be honest.
And I love that it's just one element of the kit. I love that you've got all the pop-out stuff and everything you need to make at least 24 cards. I think you'll make it go further.
Yeah.
But then you've got elements of this collection, like the stamps, like the dies, that you're going to use time and time and time again.
Yeah.
All for £25. And it is a real no-brainer price.
So just to your left, to your right there, Joe, I think behind the box there are some samples down there.
Should we have a little look?
Do you want to have a look at some of those? Because I'm just going to stick him together
Whilst you're having
now.
a little stick, I'll try to take you through some of the samples. But you can see here just how beautiful they are. So that's a tiger, isn't it? Or is that is
That's
a tiger?
the tiger, yeah. The stripes of the tiger.
Why can I not tell the difference between a lion and a tiger?
Tiger has stripes.
I've even been to Africa and I still can't tell the difference. There's no hope for me. And here you've got the lion. No, you've got the elephant and the tiger just there. Here you've got the giraffe.
What job I gave you?
I know. Some people are saying that this looks a bit like a dragon, the giraffe. I guess maybe it does. And you can see here, whether you want to then cut them, this one is coloured by hand, as you'll see. So a great review. Wait till you see this one. Are you ready? Look at this. How cute is that? A rainbow unicorn. That is just fabulous. And you can see here, one of them done as a pig and a sheep. So, so many different ways and ideas you can do this.
It's that thinking outside the box again.
You think about the craftability that you'll get out of a £25 or $25 purchase. There is so much within here. I think you're going to love creating these. And I love that how, like, playful they are. I think
they are.
Great
You
for
could just
cards.
sit, you know, if you cut all the pieces out and had them in a little box, I think you could sit sort of with a lap tray at night and actually pop these together while you were sat watching TV or something like that. So again, I'm just using our tacky glue there in that applicator and the tweezers, make life a wee bit easier. So there he is, he's nearly come to life. We've got the unicorn horn going on there. And then in the stamp set, because he looks a bit blank at the minute, it's got no expression going on there, has he?
He does look a bit vacant.
In the stamp set, you get the stamps to give him a little face and bring him to life. So let's just pop him on there. And if I bring these in here, we've got the little eyes.
Oh, cute.
And the little mouth. Okay, so I'm just going to pop them. What did I do with my... There it is. Just need that one. No, not at all. All right. We'll pop those on there, and I'm going to do them separately because I don't know what distance I've got going on there, but just nice and gentle with the black. And then I'm going to pop this over the top. Because you can see through it there, just pop that one down. Okay. And then
it really transforms it, doesn't it?
It's even got a little tiny mouth as well. Just a little bit on that one.
I wish I had a little tiny mouth.
You want me to fit all them pies in if you had a little tiny mouth?
I think that's the point, Jan.
Little tiny one on there. And there he is, look. How cute is he?
Oh,
okay.
just adorable.
So let's just see if we can lift him up there. And I'll bring his little friend in that I did at home.
Oh.
Okay. Different colours with the sparkle pens. And there they are. Aren't they cute? Yeah. And on the same method, using those ones from that die set, because we've got this one that looks a bit like a cloud, but this actually becomes the lion's mane. So this one's the lion, no stripes.
No stripes.
No stripes, no.
Stripes.
Where's he gone, my tiger? This is my tiger. Yep, and this is my lion. And then also in that stamp set, just to finish it off, I'm just going to pop that back on there so I don't lose it. Just to finish it off, you can start using your background papers and the cardstock. And what I did was pop a couple together. So this is actually one of the papers out of the pack. Okay. Just matted and layered with some of the cardstock.
That looks like it's been layered up already, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? And then you've got, this is part of the stamp set. So this is out of the stamp set. So, you know, you could sort of, and then you start having a little bit of fun with these because he could be sat on here, look. So let's just move this up so that we can see what's going off here. And then we could have hello coming from him. We could have sort of I like this one, Make Today Amazing.
Love that.
Or alternatively, the other one that I like, this is in there as well.
Oh, look at this.
So you've got the
Oh,
rainbow.
Eustace, perfect for making a unicorn, isn't
Here he
it?
comes, look.
Oh.
Here he comes. So we've got, oh, I didn't put his little feet on, did I?
Oh.
He needs his little feet on, okay. And then we've got a Make-A-Wish.
Oh, how amazing is that?
Yep.
They're so cute. It's so playful. There's loads within here. I just want to quickly as well just recap what's in there because you've got over
There's
630
loads of stuff.
elements.
Yeah, it's crazy,
What
isn't it?
Should we task producer Laura with this? What is producer Laura? $24.99 divided by 630.
Wow. Yep. I'm with you.
Matt's on it as well.
Oh, they're all ticking away now, look. It's a race.
It's like countdown. I'll have 2 from the top and 3 from the bottom, please, Carol.
Right.
We'll see. We'll come back to you. In here, you're getting, of course, I love how this, you could just use this tissue paper for something else.
Oh,
Isn't
you
it
could.
gorgeous?
Well, I tend to keep all my bits and pieces together in those and then I have the boxes
really?
lined up on the shelf.
Nice.
Yeah.
What a great idea.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the stencils. They're not stencils, are they? They're stamps. You're going to get the stamps.
It's getting late.
You're going to get the gems in here as well. All of your blank cards in there. All of your envelopes as well. You've got your ribbon in 3 different thicknesses. You've got dies. You've got all of your different animals in here as well. So I've got a few demos in there too.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get the demos, I'm afraid. You've got all of your different paper and your coloured and patterned cardstock in there as well. Just beautiful. Absolutely loads of stuff in there. Now, if you do, maybe you weren't watching this morning. Maybe you're in the US and it was, it was before
early,
your,
wasn't it? Yeah.
rising time. But we had the launch this morning of John Scott's Sewing World, and if you did miss it, go back onto the website and you can go back to Crafters TV and you can watch it back. A wonderful 4-hour marathon of all things sewing. Of course, it will be up again next week. But until then, if you can't wait until then, here's a piece of clip to show you more.
Welcome to John Scott's Sewing World here at Crafters TV. Join us every Tuesday from 8 o'clock till noon for a fabulous fabric frenzy. We'll learn together, we'll laugh together, and we'll shop together. I'll be bringing you the best products, the best projects, the best people to bring your passion for sewing to life.
Yeah, it was a fantastic show this morning, exceptionally busy. And there will be, we're really looking forward to next week already. A lot of you saying good evening, Joe and Jan. Thanks for the demo, Jan. Give me lots of ideas. Someone said the reason they invented calculators, we're still struggling with the calculations. I love the beautiful box they come in. Loads of love for the little characters that we were creating there in the last section. Just to give you a heads up again as well, just a quick reminder that we've got that wonderful glitter card available for you on the website. So there's a special deal on this on the website at the moment. Some of them are out of stock. Let me just remove the ones that are. I know the lilac was very busy. I think it was the lilac is still in the lead. This one is the beautiful rose gold that you can see here. You've got that lilac there. You've then got the copper. This one here is the baby pink. You've then got, I think, was it the solar gold that sold out? I'll just double check for you. And you've got the green. It was the rose gold actually that had sold out. All of them available online. Any 3 glitter card, 10 sheet packs for £10 or for $14 if you want to go for those. Keep getting your comments in as well. Remember, maybe if you haven't watched us for a couple of weeks, you might not be aware that Crafters TV now has its own social channels, which is fantastic. So pop along to Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and this is where we'll be reading the comments. So if you're over on the UK or the US page at the moment, it's Crafters TV, and on the Instagram account is where you'll find all of the juicy backstage gossip and behind the scenes goings on. So that's the best way to find us there. Lots of really busy items in today's show, but we're going to have a look ahead in a moment to something that's coming up soon, something that's going to be launching on Create and Craft. I'll just check which date is it again, Laura, that it's launching. I'll just get you the details for them. And it's the 7th of March, and it's something that is a lot of fun and very, very playful. It's the acrylic stamp, it's the quirky words that we're going to be having a look at. And Jan is going to guide us through them.
I am. I'm just looking for my, I am here. I was just looking for my craft knife. Let me just have a quick rummage in here. I just need to break the seal on this. And then what we're going to do is just stamp out a couple of these sentiments. So let's have a little look. So they come to you in, I love the new cardboard packaging. I must admit it's much more environmentally friendly. So again, they come to you in the packet. We've got them in there on your piece of acetate. Let's have a little look. Yep, that's in there. And let's have a look. It says approximate size is 3 inches by 2 3/4 inches. Okay. So these are actually coming up 7th of March, these are going to be launched. So this is just a sneaky peek for you today. And if you're over in the States, I think you've actually had a look at them already and you're able to get them over there. So I thought what we'd do is just stamp some out and see what they look like. So I'm going to use those quick dry inks again. We'll go for a nice dark colour so that you can see them. And again, just onto some smooth card. So I've not got a full demo with these, but I just wanted you to see, first of all, how nice they are, size they are. Okay, so we'll pop that on there and we'll just stamp this out. This one says lattes and lipstick. So again, nice press on there, let that ink absorb, and when we release it, fantastic. These will make great focal points on your cards without having to worry about adding much of anything else. So let's just pop that one back. We'll give it a clean. And I've also got the one called Getting Old, which again's got a fabulous sentiment on it. So let me just put that back on its carrier sheet, nice and safe. And I'm going to do the same with this one. We just need to, oh, that one's already broken. So just pop this one out for you. So I wanted you to see they are a really nice size. When you look at this, I like stamps as a focal point on an actual card. I think it's nice. So in the UK as to what we've got coming up.
Your microphone's just gone off, so I'm gonna let you borrow mine. Yeah.
Have I got to talk like this?
No, it's fine. We're still here. You can if you want. I mean, you don't need to.
What colour do you fancy, Joe? There's loads at the side of you. Choose as a colour then.
Oh, a pink one.
This one's about getting old.
Oh, actually, plum jam.
Plum jam, fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, we all love plum jam, no matter how old you are.
Plum jam or plum jam?
Plum jam. Both. How about our Jan's plum jam?
So this one's got a fantastic sentiment, and like I say, I like using sentiments as a focal point on a card. So again, let's have a look at this one then. Are we ready? It says, relax, you're not getting old. That ship has sailed. You've been old for a while now. There we go, look.
Love it.
Fantastic. They're really fun, which is where the quirky bit comes from.
Wonderful.
Okay, so again, I'm just going to clean that ink off there. And I've got a couple more if you want to have a look. Shall we have a little look? Again, let's pop this one back on the carrier sheet so that we know where they are. What else have we got here?
And if you want to see these, Saturday the 7th of March in the UK on Create Craft, there's going to be loads of them. Shall I take you through, shall I just give you a quick rundown of all the ones that are on there?
Yeah, there's some really good
Favourite Human,
ones.
Too Glam, Lattes and Lipstick, Getting Old, Technical Difficulties, Silence is Golden, Shave My Legs, Be Beautiful, You're Kind of Crazy, Stay Weird, Keeping You, Don't Grow Up, Best Makeup, Be Yourself, Eyebrows, Anything But Predictable, More and More Every Day, Walk Through Fire, Not All Girls, and Unforgettable Day. You've got all of the different options there for you.
I'm spoilt for choices. I'm not hiding. I'm just looking for a. I'm looking for a colour.
Maybe
I've
you've
got
gone
that
for
many
them-
to choose from.
Maybe you've already got them in the US. Drop into the comments, let me know. People are agreeing that the new packaging is lovely as well, Jan.
Yes, I like it. And from the point of view of storing it as well. Sort of, I have a lot of my stuff sort of stacked in boxes. They're nice and easy to flick through. So again, this one says, silence is golden. Unless you have kids, then silence is suspicious. They are
Love
really.
it.
I just missed a little bit there with my ink pad. Okay, but really, really fun ideas to work with. And as I say, it could be, you know, sort of, there's always those cards where you think, oh, I really don't know what to do for that person. You know, they might not have a lot of hobbies, so you can't go down the fishing route, especially for guys, the golf route, things like that. If they've not, choose one of these. I just think it's in, you've got a sort of like an ensured laugh with something like this. Haven't you? When somebody opens it, it's going to give them a giggle.
Yeah, and they're not sort of gender specific wells.
No, not at all.
Unless guys shave their legs. Some guys do. And they're not, you're going to be able to give them for lots of different occasions. So, do we have a piece of video with some more of the finished items on them? Let's take a look at that.
Fantastic.
So here you can say too glammed. I love how much sass there is on these, which is fantastic.
Too glammed to give
a damn. Imagine these heat embossed as well. They'd look beautiful with a bit of heat embossed lattes and lipsticks. That's going to be the name of my memoirs. You can see there a very different way of using it. I'd totally shave my legs for you. Okay, an interesting one. Life is all about finding people who are your kind of crazy. Is another great one there. Beautiful is another one as well. You've also got the Be Yourself. It always gets to the end, doesn't it? I met you, I loved you, I liked you, I love you, I'm keeping you. Oh, that's a lovely one. There's loads of different styles of ones on there as well, which is fantastic. We are going to go back to, just for the end of the show, if you want to see those, remember, 7th of March on Create and Craft if you're here in the UK. We are going to go back to, for the end of the show, our stencils. The layering stencils have been, the Kaleidoscope layering stencils have been so popular. If you want to go for the whole collection, absolutely you can. £47 or $47.
Oh, just watch that knife.
Oh,
Let me
dear.
put the lid on. I don't want you to get hurt.
Or you can go for 2 of these for £12 or $2. You've got lots of different options of ones that you can go for. Let me take you through the options here. So you can see you've got Seamless Argyle, which is this one just here. You've also got Regal Rose, which is, where am I going? There I am, I'm over there. You've
not
also
easy, is
got
it?
Dahlia Delight, which is this one just here. You've then got Geometric Florals, Geometric Diamond, Sweet Love, Full of a Flutter, and Spotty Dotty. Have you got time to quickly run us through how these work, do you think, Jan?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
is that
going to
all
do that geometric diamond one.
I love the geometric one. Really,
and I
really fun.
think what we'll do this time, rather than doing different colours, Joe, is actually do 3 of the same colour.
Oh, what a great way. What a great idea.
So, although I've got, somebody's mixed up my colours, let me just pinch that one. So I'm going to go down the turquoise route.
Wonderful.
So we've actually got, these all work the same. We've got 3 tones in the same colour family. So I've got Oasis is the light one, Parakeet the mid-tone, Lagoon the dark one. All right.
Wonderful.
So let's have a look then. We'll go back to where we were at the beginning of the show and a little bit of tape. You've got your 3 separate stencils. So I'm literally going to just use the first one. I'm going to pop it down with my tape just to make a hinge. And again, you know, if you want to actually stick it down completely, then our stick and spray that you'll find on the website, stick it on the back, give it a spray, and that's repositionable so you can take it off and keep using it, makes it a little bit more sealed. But just for the purpose of demoing, we're going to go a little bit quicker. Now we need an applicator. So I'm going to bring my sponge applicator back in there. I just happen to have a turquoise one on the go.
Fabulous.
So again, just sticks on there.
So why would you sometimes a rectangle, sometimes a round?
Yeah, I've got the round one as well. I've got one hidden in here somewhere, but I think I tend to look at the surface area that I'm covering, and because we've got quite a bit to go at here, I use the larger one.
Okay, perfect.
The round one does exactly the same job and will work just as well. So if you've got the round ones at home, don't worry, it will do the same trick. It's just sort of, again, it's all about personal preference.
Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
So let's have a look then. So we're going to go with the light one first. So again, pop some onto the mat there.
15% off blending tools on the website. Tammy's asked me if the Quirky stamps will be on the Crafts Companion US site soon. They will be there soon. Once they've launched in the UK, they will then be up on the Crafts Companion US page, I do believe.
So first of all then,
they might actually be on next week's launch party. Stay tuned then, Tammy. It's all I can say. I've said too much.
you've said too much. I wasn't saying anything because I'm back again next week.
For Tuesday?
Monday and Tuesday, yeah.
Ah, wonderful. A lot of excitement for the Mini. A lot of you overjoyed as well, saying finally Stick and Spray is available in the US on HSN.
Of course, yes.
I know. On HSN. I know
a lot of our ladies have been waiting for a while for that, haven't they?
Yes, absolutely. So if you can't order it with us in the US, you can now get it through HSN though. So
brilliant.
If you've been waiting for a long time, today's the day to stock up on that.
Now you might notice, Joe, that I always cut my piece of card slightly bigger than the stencil, and I'm not too worried about it coming over the edge because I would cut it down.
Right, okay.
So I would trim it to make use it as a background or anything like that. So that's the first stage done. So let's just take that one off, and you've got that lovely pattern, which, like you quite rightly said, that one could just be used on its own. You might just want a background with those diamonds on.
Beautiful.
But when we line up the second one, this actually covers up what we've done already. And we're going to do the other side, and it's almost going to make like a little 3D cube. All right, so let's pop that back down and just stick it on.
The great thing about this is you're getting 4 techniques in every single one of these, which is fantastic.
So again, we'll get rid of that lighter tone and we'll go with the next one. And we'll pop that onto our applicator again. You can go straight to the ink pad. I just find that this soaks up more ink doing it this way. And again, we're going to pop it through. So this is slightly darker than the first one. So again, I tend to turn the artwork so that I'm not working at an angle that's uncomfortable. And you've got the tissue, Jan, to save your fingers.
I love you telling yourself.
Just forget to use it. Okay.
Perfect.
So again, I'm just brushing it through. You can do it in little circles, however you wish to pop it on. So I think a lot of it depends on the pattern. It's like this one works lovely, just brushing it across like so. Okay, so we'll just finish that one off, and then we've got layer 3 and it will all come to life. So again, just finish that one off with that bit of ink down that side. Just applying a bit of pressure and rubbing it through there.
Beautiful.
Okay, and this has actually created the second side.
Love
So
that.
all of a sudden we're starting to get that 3D effect, aren't we, already? So let's take that one off, and I'll clean those up in a little while. And then the last one is going to cover up what we've done again, and this is going to give us the top of our sort of cube that we're creating.
Wonderful.
So just with that darkest one now of the set, that's the Lagoon. Absolutely love these shades. Beautiful. So again, scoop it up on there, work it into that sponge, and again, away we go. Darker one again. And as I say, it's amazing how something that's done on a piece of flat card all of a sudden jumps off the page at you. And just this as a background, possibly with a nice sentiment or something like that, just that's enough. That's all it needs. We just need a little bit more ink on that one. Okay, just to fill that one in. Okay, dokes. All right, so let's just pop that round. So, I know some of our ladies and gents have been buying these as a bundle, haven't they, Joe? But
they have indeed. So if you want to go for them as a bundle, £47, $47, you're saving over £20 or dollars, no matter where you're shopping, which is fantastic. So exceptional value for our US viewers. The other great thing about them is as well, if you can't quite stretch to the full collection, you can get 2 for $12, which I think is great. To get them for £6 or $6 each is great. Of course, the best way to get the best value is to go for the big bundle though.
Yep. Are we ready for that reveal then?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. So when we look at it now, how 3D effect does that look?
It is amazing, isn't
And
it?
that's on a piece of flat card.
Yeah.
And just by using those 3 tones of the same ink, honestly, it just absolutely blows me away that something that simple can look that effective.
Yeah,
It
fantastic.
really is. So that's done in the same, so sort of what we call monochrome. It's all shades of the same colour. You could have used 3 separate colours to do those 3 layers and got a completely different look.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the great thing, you know, so many different ways of using this.
Yeah.
And the other great thing about them is, I'll just quickly show you the boards again, is no matter which ones you're going for, they all work in exactly the same way, because what you've got is, you've got the 3 different styles here. So if you use number 1,
Yep.
you're going to get create this one just here. 2 gives you this, 3 gives you this, and then 4, or 2, for all of them together gives you this. So you're getting 4 different stencils, or 4 different, as you say, you could use them as embossing folders
Effects,
as well.
but you can emboss with them, yeah.
In one. So they are super valuable, super versatile. They offer you fantastic value. So I think that's why they've been so busy. We're nearly out of time, Jan.
I know, it's just flown by again, hasn't it?
Where does it go, honestly? Let's just take a moment to recap all of the deals that you've seen tonight in this fabulous 2-hour launch party. So we're going to start with the Build a Character Craft Kit, which was exceptional value, over 630 elements within here. You're going to be able to make at least 24 cards. I think savvy crafters, with a little bit of your own extra stash, you're going to make so much more than that. $24.99, whether you're in the UK or in the US. Now the Kaleidoscope. Why does it always get to the last 15 minutes and I can't talk? The Kaleidoscope bundle that we've just shown you, £47, $47, saving over £20 or dollars. If you want to go for them individually, you can. Any 2 of those stencils, you can grab them for £12 or dollars. When you go for the big collection, you also get the blending tool within there. Don't forget that out of this world deal as well on the sparkle pens. I love that you've got the clear overlay in there as well. One of the most popular ones that we bring you, because you can sparkle up any kind of colour that you like. The Explorer Kit as well. Explorer Kit's always very busy when we bring them to you, because it's your chance maybe to explore something new, whether it's a new type of craft or a new style of crafting. It's completely up to you. The great thing about that is you've got pretty much everything you need to make a fantastic project. You've got some cardstock, you've got a couple of the quick drying ink pads, you've got the window arches, and you've got the bare peekaboo in there too. If you want to go for any of the extra peekaboo dies, they are available on the website, £6.99. Do pop along to the website and check them out. And of course, the best way to shop is on our website, crafterscompanion.whereveryouare.co.uk if you're in the UK.com if you're in the US, or .eu if you are anywhere else. It's been a really quite a wonderful show. We've got through an awful lot, haven't we, over the last couple of days.
Just got a couple more tips for those sparkle pens,
okay.
Joe, because I know we didn't get back to them, but we're going to try and get back to them. But just a couple of tips for the clear overlay ones as well. So we showed you just highlighting a piece of pattern paper earlier, but they're actually great for if you're an alcohol marker colorist, if you like your alcohol pens,
Right.
the clear overlay over the top of any of the alcohol markers makes them become sparkly as well.
Perfect.
And I've never ever seen a sparkly alcohol marker.
No.
So that means you can change the look of those. And also I use the clear overlay one as a water brush. So
Okay.
if for any reason I was working with something like my aqua markers, which are a water-based ink again, pop it on the glass mat, pick it up with the clear overlay and use it like a water brush, and again you've got sparkly colour coming through. So just another couple of tips with those clear ones. They really are useful to have, and that's why we put 3 of them together, because I always have one in my kit, one in my desk at home, and then I've got a spare for when one runs out. Perfect.
Fantastic. They are great value, and you've got a great deal on them
Yeah.
tonight. Whilst they are out of this world deal, but the out of this world deal only holds, of course, for 24 hours. So you're going to need to be quick and grab it. Producer Laura is saying it's also, is it National Anthem Day in the US today?
Oh, lovely.
I don't know. I don't know the words to the US National Anthem, I'm afraid.
No, I don't.
It's not. No, it's not. Is it the Star Spangled Banner?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I know that one. I'll belt it out for you. No, no one wants to hear me sing. What are you doing for the rest of the week, Jan?
What am I doing? I'm off back down the motorway tonight, so I'm off back home tonight, and then I've actually got to sort of get into the next cycle of prep, because I'm back next Monday and Tuesday to do the same all over again, and I just love it. So I've got to go and have a look at the new products that we've got lined up for you next week, pop some demos together, and I shall be back on the screens again Monday and Tuesday
you'll
next
be back
week.
with Leanne on Monday,
I
is
will,
it?
yes.
Because I'm out. I'm done. Are you with? No. So Leanne is also here tomorrow night with Debbie. And then Leanne will be back with you on Monday, because I am away on my little holiday. I'm going for a little jolly for a few days.
Little jaunt again, aren't you?
I'm off to Sweden for a few days
fantastic.
to go to Melodifestivalen, which is like a singing competition. I'm sure I'll tell you all about it next week. There'll be a lot of Swedish buns and meatballs.
He's been very contained. He's been so excited all afternoon.
I've been doing my dance to my Icelandic Eurovision song. You don't need to see any more of that. But no, thanks, Jan. It's been a wonderful couple of evenings here with you on
I've really
Crafters
enjoyed
TV.
it. Yeah.
I'll see you back here next Tuesday when we'll be back together back again for that launch party.
Fantastic.
I hope you guys have enjoyed yourself as well. It's always fun interacting with you. And until next time here on Crafters TV, we'll see you then.
Bye-bye.